Hey buddies, it's Victor. It's time another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit. Hopefully you're staying warm, and it's real chilly outside here. We did have another video crossing 3,000 likes, now putting us over 402, over 420 for the Alt Path plus All Pills week. Thank you all very much for all the support, and here's your amazing meme of the day brought to you. This is a new one by the Boss 113201. Title thread was, "Can I get an amen? If nobody got me, I know Invicta got me. Can I get an amen?" We had a lot of people posting amen on this Invicta subreddit. Seriously, thank you very much for that, and everyone who supports me daily. I really do appreciate it. Let's keep it going. Let's see what kind of run we got going on today. Hopefully it's a hot one because it's too cold outside. We got the D12 up in here. Lima, Quebec, Alpha Zulu, 4 Sierra 06. We've got good tiers. I mean, our movement speed's okay, but our damage is oh good lord, this could be bad. Hang on a second. I got a crazy idea. Okay, we need to get out of the mess that is that room first. let's let those spikes kind of settle there for a second or two. So we're starting off with the D20, which is nice because obviously we can do something like this. This is bonkers right here. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if we actually got any tinted rocks or something. This is actually the most dangerous thing that could have happened was having spikes in here. We need to get rid of dude, I don't know, the whole world's blowing up right now. We got bombs blowing up. We got red poop flying everywhere. This is a madhouse. Thankfully we have Papula Duplex, which is going to give us spectral tears so we can shoot all these barrels that are just that the spikes are just pushing everywhere. I don't know. This is yeah, get me out of here. This is madness. That was a bad idea. It was a good idea, but it was a bad idea. We get Empty Heart. Now, Empty Heart's interesting because this is a guaranteed HP upgrade every single time as long as we don't have a red heart that's filled. And if we start off with Soul Hearts, I mean, we don't have to worry about that. I don't know. I've been shoved into the doldrums. Get me out of here. Okay, these spikes did not retract, and we still walked over them anyway. Good. Great. Super great. I mean, we could get 3 cents out of there, but yeah, that's the one thing that I worry about in that room is the spikes, and then of course just running into spikes here. Now this is a much more reasonable and manageable room to D12 in, especially this one here. So if you don't know what the D12 does, by the way, it's an active item that will allow you to re-roll all objects in the room. So spikes, blocks, even including metal ones, poop piles, etc., etc. All those can be rolled into just anything. Now, the main benefit of the D12 is that you can actually roll into good stuff like Fool's Gold, or more importantly, you can roll into tinted rocks, kind of like this right here. Right? Right? Hey! Yeah, there we go. Right on cue. And, of course, you know, you get the regular poop piles and fire and everything that allow you to have a pretty decent shot at getting some good consumables. This fly would just die here. There we go. Yeah, I mean, we profited 1 soul heart there. Hey, I'll take it. Profit's profit. That's what I say. So between that tinted rock and the other tinted rock, we're going to be less out of the danger zone here against Haunt. Our movement speed, like I said, is very good. Our tears rate's good because of Papula Duplex. And having those spectral tears allows us to shoot from behind rocks and objects and that sort of thing. And then if we have a very obstructive room, we're going to be able to D12 out of that, and then possibly also gain stuff, like I said, with soul hearts, with money. It's all around just a good start here, outside of our damage. Our damage is doo-doo, 2.96 or 2.94. It's not the worst thing of all time, but it could definitely be better. We still have to back away from Haunt in case if he does his brimstone. Again, think of like there's a vertical line that's coming from Haunt's face. You want to try to cross that as fast as you can and not stay in front of him, otherwise you're going to get popped by either brimstone or one of his spread shots. So you don't want to linger too far ahead of that line or on top of that line. So like right now, we'll let him reset. Get a couple shots in, cross the line here, wait for him to do it again. The only time I really ever get in trouble is usually on the spread shot. See, and we can't sit right here because we have to be perfectly behind that rock, and then also he could just brimstone blast it, like you try to do there. We get Mr. Dolly, fantastic. Gonna get ourselves a Nice speed and range, or a nice tears rate and range upgrade. Now I am going to go back in here. Okay, yeah, so this is absolutely worth it. If we can get a full charge, which I think there is one in the store. That's free money right there. That's free money and that's free HP. So let's go back. And I know the secret room's here, but we're going to have to bomb for money here. This is more important because if we can get money from this I mean, we just need 1 cent. Do we think one of these chests are going to have it, or do we think that this is going to have it here in the secret room? I'm going to roll the dice, and I'm going to try to hopefully get a cent out of one of these chests here. And we got way more than a cent. Okay, that's beautiful. 15 cents, very nice. We can actually even just buy the Bible, but that's no fun. I mean, the D12 is seriously, it's one of the best items that you're just not using. I tell people that all the time. Being able to re-roll all the objects and stuff and make them work for you is a really, really powerful ability in Isaac. There we go. So we don't have to waste any bombs or anything like that. We just wait for this purple fire to fire once. There we go. And there's a crawl space. Yo, baby. Come on, D6. Show them how it's done. By D6, I mean D12. At D20. I know you want to shoot me. Ah, you son of a... Anyway. There we go. So we're leaving this floor. We could actually even go into the curse room. I don't honestly hate that idea. It's been a very long first floor here, but it was totally worth it. The D12 made... The D12 made this whole first floor a complete success, and we get Gimpy out of the curse room too, so I'll definitely take that. Absolutely. We get an extra key. Look at us. Look at us thriving. And this should be an easy path away from there, thank God. Okay. Might as well use a bomb here to get this chest. We can use another bomb to get into the secret room. Possibly, would we have gotten the 1 cent that we needed? Yes. Just barely. So, very thorough first floor here, but you know what? We'll take it. Good start. So there you go. You see Empty Heart kicking in there because we didn't have a filled red heart container. Even though we have, of course, lots of HP thanks to our soul hearts, it still technically doesn't count as a filled red heart. So that's the reason why Empty Heart activated. We go on to last week's question of the episode. This one coming in from the legendary combo episode, which was a very popular episode, obviously, and that's also the video that we did, the AI response challenge, and it didn't pan out the way that I was hoping it would. It turns out that a lot of the answers were just very generic. Like, none of them were too surprising. And it was kind of a bummer because I was expecting to see a little bit more of a nuanced response from the generated responses, but we'll talk about that in a moment. The question of the episode coming in from Michael Buffington 7141, who said, question of the episode, which rooms are so bad that you would use your last bomb to get out of them? Right off the bat, really any of the mom hand rooms I really just don't like doing. It depends on if it's a dead end. Obviously, if I have to go past that room, then we'll just have to deal with it. But normally any of the mom hand rooms, just because it takes them forever to come down, and they're just annoying to deal with. Any of the deacon rooms, if I can skip them as much as I can, I will. That one room in Womb where it's like the one Diglett on it's just one Diglett and a bunch of tentacles in there. That room I very frequently skip just because, again, it's just peak annoyance in there, and that room is always a dead end, by the way. So yeah, a couple of really easy answers. Other rooms that I would just flat out just skip are the ones that, assuming it's not a dead end, and I have the option to just go right past them. That big room that has the two monstros, the chub room, the double chub room with the spike strip in the middle. and all the grubs that are kind of just, you know, just scurrying about. I absolutely hate that room. Any room with cage is usually a skip for me, like just because it's a matter of I don't feel like fighting them, and it's either too dangerous to do so without taking a hit, or just out of just pure indignance. I don't like fighting them. We're gonna take Continuum here, and there goes my charge. I was going to use that, but I guess not anymore. So Continuum is going to give us the. I mean, we already have the spectral tears, but obviously it's gonna have the continuance tears now, which is gonna go through the screen out the other end. You have to be. Oh wow, I'm surprised it's not there. You do have to be kind of careful when you place it. Oh, you jerk. Super Secret Room is one of those two, but we could have maybe gotten inside of the mob trap room, boss trap room. So Continuum will allow us to do this, where we can just hit things from the side of the screen, sort of Pac-Man style, and it's kind of helpful. You got to be careful with enemies that decide to, if they're charging you, it gives them obviously the speed boost. But you can also hit enemies that are like in a very random spot, or if they're in behind some kind of obstacle and you don't have spectral tears. This allows you to still hit them, which is nice. It's very nice. We have the strength card ready to go for a double deal. So, and this is where Empty Heart is really going to pay off for us. It's basically like a guaranteed Maggie's Faith, which is super strong. Mom's coin purse, so still waiting for a boss stat here, and yep. It's not what we want in a game. I'll take a nickel, but you know, we'll take Rotten Baby. I mean, there's no real downside to Rotten Baby. I'm hoping that the D20 though, or the D12 is gonna hook us up here. Dude, this room is breaking my brain. I don't even care about the cardio coin right now. Okay, so the secret room actually can't be there, so it's interesting. We don't even have a bomb anyway. Yes. There's not really a whole lot of rocks in here. We might just save this D12 charge for the next floor. Let's go up here. There's a decent amount of rocks in there. Thought that was double tinted rock for a second. Turns out it's not. Teleport. I mean, we could try to get teleport as well, but gonna go in the curse room. The first curse room was okay. This one was better than okay. We got ourselves an extra soul heart. Look at that. Again, look at us thriving. We even get a sack with a key and a penny. Look at that. Yeah, come on, let's just rip it. Let's see what happens. The super secret room might actually be to the left here. You might as well try it. It's not going to cost us anything. Okay. But like, that's just an example of it's cool what the D12 does. It gives you options. It gives you a chance to get something that you normally wouldn't, you would never even have a chance to, like that crawl space on the first floor. Like, yeah, it didn't end up panning out to be anything, but it could have been. That's the point. And curse the XL. Okay, so we need some damage here, game. Look us in. We could save a bomb here. I mean, we don't even have a bomb, but we can use the D12 in here and get rid of those rocks, or we can just do that and not have to come back. Book of Revelations. It's potentially a lot of HP here, and we also have the jumper cables. Let's just get it over with. I did speak to Zombolus in regards to the whole static item drop thing. You know, let's just rip the band-aid off now. So I won't divulge what went into that conversation, but I basically was proposing the idea that I've been talking about for a couple weeks now, which is actually more than a couple weeks. which is that, you know, for static items that drop from bosses, I think that there should be a better than 0% chance that you would get a second item pedestal, or that you can just choose one from the other. And I propose that it would be based off of your luck rating. I think that would be neat to... It would introduce a whole new mechanic to the game. Let's put a whole new upside to the luck rating. So people like me who are pretty adverse to taking pills, you know, hey, we might get a luck up, and that could help. You never know where the Isaac Fly effect is going to bring you from that, because then if luck starts becoming important, I'm like, hey, you know, there's another pill possibility in town now, and now we have a real benefit of being able to get a second item, whereas normally we would just be stuck with like a really crappy static item or an orbital that doesn't really do much. We get Tiny Planet, which is just going to be a hard no for me. And we're kind of working off of a shoestring budget right now, game. Obviously, we would like to get these. We'd like to get that dime, but we need a Bomba. We have not had a Bomba for quite a while. So you see there, every 15 kills that we get from, or after picking up the jumper cables, is going to give us a charge, one singular charge. Oh my god, that's a free sack dagger. Well, don't mind if I do. That's tough. Sack dagger is going to be a nice little pickup for us, as that's going to give us a little bit of extra oomph. And, you know, we had sack dagger yesterday. When was last? Did we have it on yesterday? This is I'm recording this one on a different day, so. A sack dagger is one of the orbitals that I don't mind making a little return here. We do get some mapping. So you know your boy's going to be happy about that. We also know that there's no item room on this side of the map. Unless if it's to the left of this next room, which is possible, obviously, but there's nothing to be found at the below. Or down below. Keep up with our Soul Heart consumable here. And, you know, the real question is, do we stick with the D-Twizzle, or do we go with the Book of Revelations? And I think that begrudgingly we're going to have to go with the Book of Revelations. It gives us guaranteed HP for Soul Hearts, and then, of course, later on when we don't have to worry about getting any... We don't have to worry about getting any horsemen or anything like that, then, you know, we're guaranteed to get some kind of payout here, and keeping us fed with a good amount of HP. We're going to be taking devil deals and taking stupid damage like that. Yeah, might as well. We've got sack dagger, so I don't mind doing a challenge room here. Sack dagger makes this very, very manageable. Especially when you can get the jump on him like I just did right there. Our movement speed was almost too slow. Well, just lost that soul heart we gained. It was almost too slow, but if you get the jump on those enemies, though, whenever they spawn in, you can usually take them out before they even have a chance to do anything. And sack dagger definitely brings the firepower. Very Sinvicta fashion, of course. We're going to be forced to go to the ends of the earth just to find this last item room. Was it worth it? No, it wasn't. I mean, mucormycosis, honestly, is kind of... It's falling down the power rankings for me quite a bit. I don't like having to... It cancels out a lot of impact effects, and it's a slow activation for the tier effect to go off, and for you to really get some kind of benefit out of it. So not too high on mucormycosis lately. Secret might be there. There's too many candidates to really figure out. Is what we want. Yeah, also the bosses can just shed them if they just jump in the air, which is annoying. Tier size and range, and we get a Krampus fight. All right, that's just super, just awesome. Oh, I mean, the head of Krampus, it does deal damage. I do not like that face, Isaac. But Book of Revelations, it still keeps us safe. So we're still getting some HP fed to us here. And again, whoa there, computer. Hang on there, Nelly. Hey, that one was not me. That was directly the result of the computer stuttering. Yeah, I don't know what's going up with that, man. I'm ready for a change. I've seen the founder editions. This was a couple days ago now on Twitter, but they showed the founder editions of the 5090s, and those things are I don't know what Nvidia is thinking. I mean, imagine you trying to fit one of those things in like a even a mid-tower ATX case. You can't do it. They won't fit. I mean, they need their whole they need a whole planet of size in order for you to fit those things in your computer. I don't really like being an early adopter of new hardware, but this might be one that I might jump in on. The power difference between the 5000 series and the 4000 series is pretty insane. From if all the that's a thing though with those kind of with anything that's chart related or stat related, that you don't know exactly how accurate that is. I mean, obviously if you're smart enough you can test it at home, but yeah, I'm just going off of the numbers that they show. I definitely want to get one though. They're expensive. It's like I think they said it's like $2,100 or something ridiculous like that. I don't know why I thought that the spikes were down there. We're not gonna make boss rush. These shops, man. That was another topic of conversation that I had with Zombolus the other day. Was the topic of shops. Trying to figure out a good solution to, the fact that we can have fully upgraded shops, but then still get shops like that where it's just one premium item and that's it. I think that should be pretty much impossible. If it were up to me. This is a room that constitutes one of those rooms that I will bomb my way through just because I don't feel like fighting Monstro. Not necessarily out of the danger, but it's just out of the annoyance. Like, if I don't have to fight an extra couple of bosses, I'm not going to. As expected, we're going to get another orbital here with us using the Book of Revelations. Definitely want to take out the fires here because Black War tends to bounce all over them. Even though they do cause damage to them, we don't want them to make contact with us. Now, what's really funny is when War gets caught in the corner and then he just in the rocks and he just can't do anything. Black War is the most dangerous of the wars. Get second ball of bandages here. We get Guppy's Eye and Multi-Dimensional Baby. It's gonna take Guppy's Eye. Yeah, we need some damage here, game. Like, I don't know how to say it in any other language other than English, but necesito daño, mega mucho bueno. Yep. The Spanish mosh pit loves me right now. I'm assuming that there's something over here that we would want based on the map. At least we've gotten to the point now where I can see the map and pretty much know where the boss is. Like, the mom fight's not going to be over here. Like, at all. There's no way. Take a little bit of damage here. It's worth taking damage. It means that we can get in there and destroy them with Sack Dagger. Who's ready for a greed fight? No. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put some money back in here because there's no reason not to. Because there's been nothing to really spend money on other than the treasure map. Again, that kind of goes hand in hand with what I was talking about. You know, I don't think that I don't think it's fair to put so much money and effort into upgrading your shops and then for them to not be a full-on like market, you know? If it were up to me, like I would change the graphics to show how upgraded your shops are, like maybe the shopkeeper, maybe there's like a new NPC or a new type of beggar in there. Maybe it gets like an extra reroll pedestal, or you get guaranteed reroll pedestals on top of having the donation machine in there. Or maybe the higher the level of your shop, the better the chances that your donation machine will not explode when you hit it. You know, stuff like that. That's the type of stuff that I try to think of whenever I'm talking about balancing stuff, or at least just making things more fair. You know, not necessarily all the way in the favor of the player, but you know, I'm pro player, so I want to see the game be better for everybody, for all skill levels. You know, some people will say, "Oh, that's too easy," or "You just want to make the game a stomp every single run." No, nope, not saying anything like that. Literally just talking about the shop here. We want to. It's just you want equal return out of what you put in. If I upgrade something, I expect it to be upgraded. I think that's a very fair thing to expect. It's a very logical thing to expect. You know, with maybe a slight chance of the game screwing you over, but it shouldn't be like sort of this half in, half out punishment of like, well, you know, you're going to roll really bad on this shop, but you still get a premium item, but there's only one of them. But there's a consumable, but there's only one of them as well. On a fully upgraded shop. You're seeing very quickly how bad things are racking up here in terms of lack of damage. Still sitting at 2.94 damage. Well, up until we got the mark, I guess. Even then, 4.64 damage is not great. And we're forced to kind of get in there and get dirty with Sack Dagger. Yeah, we get hit. We give punishment, get our HP back, and yeah, it's our damage. It's too low. Like, yes, taking the negative gives us 5.64 damage, but even 5.64 damage is not enough to convince me that it's going to be safe. Like, do I think we could make... I actually don't know where the boss might be to the southwest here. Do I think that we would win with 5.64 damage against Lamb? I think it's going to be tough. It's certainly doable though, but it's going to be a really, really dangerous road. Okay, so this can't be the boss because obviously it's not going to be adjacent to the secret room. Remember, everybody, if you're new here, we do have a like streak goal. You get this video to 3,000 likes, and that's going to take us all the way up to 409, I believe, if this video hits 3,000. The like streak, and then if that number gets to 420, then we will be doing the all alt path, all pills taken week, entire week. We haven't done a theme week in a while, so if you're new around here, you enjoy daily Isaac content, make sure you're subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to go the extra mile and support my channel, just clicking the like button is the best thing to do. Even if you don't feel like leaving a comment, although doing all three of those things helps even more, but if you just want to do one out of three, it's fine. Don't put yourself in a uncomfortable position if you're not ready to face that kind of commitment. That's fine, I understand. So the sack room shuffle is interesting here. Yeah, we don't need the knockback either. That was one other aspect of this run that I haven't even mentioned, the fact that we started off with a blister. Good poison there from Halitosis and Ecormycosis. We've already used the Book of Revelations, so this is not going to matter. It's a very weird spot for the boss room, though. Like how the mark gave us the only other non-range or tier size stat up. All in one go. I mean, Conquest. Now, Conquest is definitely... The Conquest Pony is something I will take. That is acceptable as a replacement for a boss item at this point, the stage of the run. This gives us movement speed, gives us flying, gives us crack the sky, and, yep, that's certainly a... That is certainly a, Yep. That's certainly a devil deal right there, I tell you what. Let's go back and grab the soul heart. I mean, there are enough hearts here to make a play on the sack room shuffle, but we've already been in the devil deal, and we're not going to play it to completion anyway. So I think it's better that we just hold on to these soul hearts and see what happens on the next floor. I am happy though that we have flying in Conquest Pony. That's going to be a very nice little boost to our damage. We got a late game vault here. So let's see if this big room, this elbow room over here is going to be one that Sinvicta would skip. There's a lot of them in the womb that I just don't feel like doing. And yeah, I mean, this one's kind of one of them, but Conquest Pony's going to make a pretty short work out of this. But we did take hits from these really crazy... the range on these things and the fact that they can still travel is unbelievable. Go back and get that soul heart real quick. But now we have some way of dealing with the bosses. It's not a permanent solution, obviously, but it's certainly one that it makes bosses more manageable. We don't have to worry too much about not having the stats now because it's not so dependent. Considering that we have Crack the Skizzle. And of course, flying just keeps us safe as well. Gives us access to places that we normally wouldn't have access to. Here goes instant charge there thanks to the jumper cables. Because there's just so many of those little egglets that we can kill. I'm going to wait for the eye lasers to go down and then use Conquest Pony, because most of the time Mom's heart will just jump up to the top of the screen and you can't hit her. There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, this map is ridiculous. What on earth, man? This is like a, yeah, this for sure. Yeah, this map, it looks like it almost tried to be a double circle map, but then just kind of forgot. Get out of there. Okay. Well, this is the direction I wanted to go anyway, game, so joke's on you. It's a very poor angle there I took on Conquest Pony. And yeah, there we go. Wow. Really accelerated the end of this run here, and I'll take it. I get in with Sack Dagger, again with this movement speed. It's right up my wheelhouse, so I love having 1.5 movement speed. I feel the most confident with it. I don't know how we managed to bounce into Isaac there, but... And we don't have to worry about going into Blue Baby without having a full charge, because the flies are going to definitely give us enough charge to use Conquest Pony on them as well. So as long as we don't lose too much HP against Isaac, we will be fine. But a very, very like stat starved run. I mean, we only had We only had, let's see, we had Mr. Dolly. We started off with Spectral Tear, so it didn't count with Papilla Duplex. We had Mr. Dolly that gives us stats. Continuum that gave us stats. And then we had, I guess, technically Tropicamide and the Mark. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 items. We had 4 stat changes in this entire run, dude. SMB Superfans, obviously awesome. Thank Mongo Baby. And, yeah, this was a very stat-starved run, but honestly, surprisingly, it didn't feel like a crawl run. You know, we managed to overcome. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. But having Conquest Pony definitely helped out a lot. Seeing there, us dishing out the double damage there, double activation of Conquest Pony, and there we go. So no problem at all. Hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you very much. It was a smooth run despite the very little stats that we got. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. Like I said earlier before, I really appreciate everyone who supports this channel each and every day. And of course, if you're new here, welcome to the Mosh Pit. Would love it if you subscribed. And of course, ring the notification bell so you get notified when my daily content goes live here on the channel, including, don't forget about the YouTube shorts as well. And for those of you coming over from TikTok or any other platform, let me know. Let me know how you found this channel down below. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Connor Kelnhofer, Rickroo59, and Fred. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta. I think Connor's last name broke my brain. Thank you, Connor.